Hey, what's going on, guys? It's SonicFreak here. So today, I kind of want to discuss my opinion on the PS5 and the Series X. I had some people ask my thoughts on like the new PS5 controller reveal and just, the next gen in general. So here we go. I'm gonna try to make this short and sweet, but basically the PS5 controller looks pretty dope. It looks futuristic. I'm not sure if it's because of the white. But either way, I mean, it looks cool. It's slightly larger, but I think it'll feel a lot more comfortable in people's hands, considering that the PS4 controller was slightly smaller than the Xbox controller. And keep in mind, this is not the permanent color. They're gonna add different colors eventually. I mean, they always do. Look at PS4, we got like 30 different colors to pick from. Yeah, you have to pay extra for it, but just having an option in general is cool. All right, if you don't like the white that much, you can get the black one when they release it in stores. Going on though, the console itself, I like the PS5 idea, but the problem is that the PS5 is honestly a bit of a letdown. And here's why: because it's not backwards compatible fully. All right, for starters, you can't play all of your PS4 games. You have to wait for Sony to update the console as time progresses for some games to be playable. Not all of your PS4 games that you have are not going to be fully playable or compatible with the PS5. You have to wait for Sony to update it, which is incredibly stupid. Xbox, on the other hand, you from the get-go can play all of your Xbox games that you ever own. So if you had the original Xbox game, or you have the freaking 360 or the Xbox One X, you can play all those games on the Series X, which is amazing. I wish Sony did that with PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4 and play it on the 5. They really dropped the ball with that, and I'm pretty disappointed with Sony for not making it fully backwards compatible. It will legit be the ultimate console seller. So yeah, I'm not happy about that. But let's look on the bright side here. These are going to be powerful consoles. These consoles here are equivalent to having a gaming PC. And I'm not sure if you guys know or not, but I actually build computers. I'm actually a nerd when it comes to computer parts and repairs. So looking at the specs of these consoles, they're both selling these at a loss, like a huge loss. Now it's going to be a little bit lengthy here, but bear with me. The PS5 here, the CPU of this is equivalent to having an AMD Ryzen 5 3600, which is equivalent to having an i5 9600K. And then the GPU is equivalent to having an AMD RX 5700, which is equivalent to having an RTX 2060 Super. And then the memory is 8GB of GDDR6 RAM, which is equivalent of having 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM in a PC, because DDR6 is like twice as fast than DDR4 RAM. So that's like double right there. So easily 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM. And here's the thing, they're selling this at $499 with PS5. If I were to try to build it based off its equivalent parts, I'd be spending an easy $600 to $800 for a gaming PC that is equivalent to it. And that's if I'm building it. Now mind you, not everybody here know how to build PCs or have the patience to build one. So buying it pre-built would be like $800 to $1,000. That's crazy. Sony is selling this at a huge loss. And the reason why this is also kind of cheaper than building a traditional PC is because these parts here are custom made. Like these custom CPUs and GPUs, it makes it a lot more cheaper to manufacture. So they're really penny pitched when it came to console parts, specifically with like the memory, the GPU, and the CPU. They have that custom made to make it cheap for console use. So yeah, definitely getting a deal for that, I'm not gonna lie. Save yourself the headache, get a good, mid to high tier gaming PC for like $499 in a compact size as a console. That's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Problem is, you're kind of limited to just Sony games only, and only within PS5. You can't play your whole collection, which is making it hard for me to justify buying a PS5 in post 2020 because I can't play my whole PlayStation collection. At least with PC, you have the full option to play on Steam and any game you want on there. Essentially, you just kind of limited to not being able to play Sony games. Hey, I mean, it's debatable. It all depends on how much you like Sony and how many games you anticipate buying on the PS5. Now going on to Xbox here, their CPU equivalent is having a Ryzen 5 3600. So it's the same CPU, essentially, equivalent to having an i5 9600K. And then a GPU, that GPU is more powerful. It's 12% faster than RX 5700 XT, which is equivalent to having an RTX 2070 Super. The memory, they have twice as much more than PS5. They have 16 gigs of GDDR6, which is equivalent to having 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM. Now, looking at the price here, if I were to build a Xbox Series X equivalent, I'd be easily spending $800 to $1,000 for a computer system like this. And pre-built, obviously, because some people don't know how to build PCs or don't have the patience, I'm not knocking it, but if you were to buy it pre-built with these type of specs, you'd be easily spending over $1,200. That's crazy. Now here's the thing, Xbox, Microsoft, they did not announce the price for it yet to this very day. They still haven't announced it. As of me making this video, they still haven't announced it, which is smart because they're waiting to see what Sony would say with their price. Sony already announced their price recently at $499. So with the Series X, it may be priced either at the same price or it may be priced $100 higher. Either way, I feel like they can't sell this any lower than $499. This is a pretty beefy game console, which is why it looks like a gaming PC tower, because this is equivalent to having a gaming PC, a high tier gaming PC, which is why they built it the way they did with a little tower. So I really think they may be priced at $599 maybe, or $499. Either way, it is still a deal. Like, these companies are selling these consoles at a loss. You're getting a gaming PC equivalent for like half the price, essentially. So problem is, like I said before, the only downside with this here is that you're limited to their games. So when you buy an Xbox, you're stuck with Xbox games. You can't play any other games that's outside of Xbox. Okay, now here's an interesting thing with Xbox and Microsoft. It's a possibility they may add a feature or a function where you can use Windows 10 on it, because imagine if you can use Windows 10 on your Xbox. That will open up a lot more possibilities for this to be the ultimate gaming console for next gen, because it's Microsoft. You know, we've seen Windows 10 integrate Xbox into it, but it'd be interesting to see Windows 10 be integrated within Xbox. So if you can use Windows 10 on your Xbox Series X, hey, you got me sold on that console, you know. And I can play any single library of Xbox games that ever came out, because I always skipped out on Xbox. I was never an Xbox fanboy. I always stuck with Sony. But if I can play any Xbox game that I may have missed out on in full HD, and you know it's fully backwards compatible, I may just cop me an Xbox Series X and explore the entire Xbox library. You know, that'll open up more possibilities, you know. So hey, that's my honest thoughts on the next gen console. Sony really dropped the ball on this. I really hope like they make a fast move and make PS4 games fully backwards compatible instead of select few, because a lot of people not happy about that. I'm already not happy. I can't play my PS3, PS2, or PlayStation 1 games on it, but Xbox you can, you know. What the F, yo. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about the next gen console with Xbox Series X and PS5. Are you beginning a PS5, or are you beginning a Series X, or are you beginning neither and be sticking to PC? Let me know. Until then, peace, guys.